guys, today I am back with the next part of my makeup declutter series. Today we are talking foundations, liquid foundations, and I am a foundation junkie. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna show you every single foundation in my collection and whether I'll be keeping it or if it's getting the boot. So here is a look at all of my foundations. I am literally shocked. I did not realize that I had this many. So hopefully I'm actually gonna be able to get rid of a few because this is beyond excessive. These two I know I'm keeping. I've got an old review on this. I love this foundation. It's amazing. It's from the drugstore. If you have oily skin, it is beautiful. It blends so easily. From Rimmel, this is the Wake Me Up foundation. I'm gonna keep this. Even though I have oily skin, it doesn't make me as oily as I thought, and it's kind of a nice mixing foundation. From Maybelline, this is their original Fit Me. I'm gonna be getting rid of this. I've got an old video on this, an old oily skin diaries, and I literally look like I ran a marathon when I was done wearing it at the end of the day. It gets me way too oily, so this is gonna go. Speaking of Fit Me, this is the matte and poreless version. I've got a full review on this as well. I have some doubles of foundation because when Target Canada closed, it was 80% off. And where I live, there's not many people with the same skin tone as me, so I was lucky enough to be able to pick up some of my favorites. So I'm gonna be holding on to these three. I'm like ashamed at how many doubles of foundation I have. I did not realize. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Let me know if you'd like to see a review on this. I really, really love it, and I'm going to be keeping them. This is the last double, I swear. It is the Ready Set Gorgeous foundation from Covergirl, a super easy kind of like light coverage foundation, but it still lasts nicely throughout the day. From Makeup Forever, this is their Matte Velvet Plus. I'm gonna be holding on to this. It's one of the first high-end foundations I ever purchased. This is Neutrogena Healthy Skin. I purchased this years ago on eBay because you can't get it in Canada, and I just saw so many people talking about it, but I think it was before I really clued into the fact that I have super oily skin, so this is just not suitable for me. It is a nice foundation, I think, but if you have really dry skin, it definitely doesn't work if you have oily skin. This is from Maybelline. It's their Dream Nude Airfoam. I've only used this once and I didn't really like it. I bought it because it was on sale for like $3, and clearly I just have a lot of foundations, so I think this is gonna go and I'm not even gonna try and revisit it. From NYX, this is their Invincible Coverage Foundation. I've used this a few times. I used it in a Get Ready With Me a little while back, so I will link to that, but it is nice and I would like to do a full review on it. I also got it when Target was closing, RIP. From e.l.f., this is their BB cream. I thought this was gonna be really nice because it's got like SPF 20, but the shade is just a little bit too light for me, and I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's a little bit too greasy for my skin. I thought I could maybe mix it with more heavier foundations, but I don't really like it. This is the Hard Candy Glamoflauge. I was pleasantly surprised with this foundation. It's an amazing price. Even in Canada, it's like $5 something. Comes with a pump on it. This, however, is the darkest shade, which is a bit of a bummer. I did a full review on it if you'd like to check it out, but it lasts really nicely throughout the day. You don't get very oily, and it's got great coverage. From Revlon, this is their Color Stay Whipped. It's funny, I think I've got this in a favorites video from a little while back, but I tried to use it again because it was getting kind of old and I hate it. First of all, the color range is horrible. The packaging is like glass and looks fancy, but it's broken. It's heavy, it's cakey, and I do not recommend. From e.l.f., this is their Acne Fighting Foundation. I've got a full Oily Skin Diaries video on this. I found I just got so oily. It was a nice foundation, but I've got other foundations that work better and make me less oily. This is the same foundation, but it's just old versus new. I'm gonna get rid of the old one just because I have too much. I didn't think I was gonna be getting rid of all of these, honestly, but like, I'm mortified with the amount of foundation I have. From Kat Von D, which won't seem to focus properly, it is the Lock It Tattoo Foundation. This was in my September favorites. I've got a full review on it. I will link everything that I have reviewed down below. This is a great, super crazy full coverage foundation. I wouldn't wear it every day, but I love it for filming, for going out, and for special events. From Clarins, I have two different foundations that were actually sent to me for my Cleopatra video, but I have their Everlasting Foundation Plus and their Ever Matte. This is the darkest shade of the Ever Matte, and it's not really dark enough for me right now, but I'm thinking maybe when I get more pale in the wintertime it might work. And the Everlasting Foundation is a good match. I haven't used them enough, and I do want to review them for you because there aren't that many reviews available for them right now. From Maybelline, it is their Superstay foundation that I clearly got on sale. I love this. I think it's totally underrated, and it is not replacing the Superstay Better Skin, which I'm really excited about. From Rimmel, their Stay Matte foundation. Not only is this cakey and moussey, but it is the darkest shade, and it's still way too light for me. That's one thing I hate about Rimmel, is they really don't account for darker skin tones. Like, there should be at least 5 shades above this. It's like, to come out with a foundation line and only have like 6 shades in it is crazy. So this one is definitely going. From e.l.f., this is their HD Mattifying Cream Foundation. I'm only keeping this to review it for you. I think that I hate it, and I think it's not mattifying at all, but I would like to show you that in the flesh. It's got like this really emollient kind of creamy formula, you know, like those like cheap concealers that you get in like weird little kits and they're just kind of slip off your face. This is what this feels like, and it doesn't make any sense for it to be a mattifying foundation. From Revlon, this is a cult classic. It is their Color Stay, and this is in the oily to combo skin formula. This is just way too light for me and way too old. As you can see, it's well loved, but this is gonna go, and in Canada, or maybe it's just where I am in Newfoundland, the shade range is just horrible, and this is like one of the darkest shades, and it's clearly too light for me. From Garnier, I feel like I keep complaining about this, but this is their darkest shade and it's too light for me. The struggle is so real, you don't understand. If you have a deeper skin tone, you can feel my pain of trying to find a good color match or anything near your skin tone. However, I do really like this formula, and I just set it with a powder foundation that'll give me the coverage and kind of color that I need. This is from Dior, and hell no, I did not pay full price for this. I got this at Winners, which is similar to TJ Maxx if you're in the United States. It was like $8.99 or $9.99. It's a little bit too dark for me. It smells really perfumey. It's a glowy foundation. I just got caught up in the fact that it was Dior. The cover broke on it. That's why it looks so horrible, but I'm gonna get rid of it because I've just been holding on to it because it's Dior and I don't use it, so. From MAC, this is their Face and Body. It doesn't give you a ton of coverage and it's pretty lightweight, but it's a great mixing foundation. You get a ton of product in here, so it's kind of not as pigmented as like the Cover FX custom cover drops, but it kind of gives me that same functionality, and that's what I like to use it for. From Covergirl, this is their Stay Luminous, so it's kind of the dewier version of the 3-in-1 that I love, but it's not that dewy. So if you've got really dry skin, you may not even like this. I feel like this is for normal to combo skin, and I wore it, I did a full review on it, and I'm really oily, and it still held up pretty nicely on my skin. From Rimmel, this is their Clean Finish Matte Foundation. This is not a good shade match for me. I thought it was going to be, but it looks kind of gray, and I don't really love the formula, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. From L'Oreal, their Magic Nude Foundation. I like this. I don't know if it's discontinued or not, but it's really, really liquidy. I love to mix my foundations together, and I really like this one for mixing, and it looks pretty good on its own too. It's pretty light coverage, but it gives a really nice finish on the skin, so I'm gonna hold on to it. We're almost done, I swear. This is the CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Makeup. I got this on sale at Target as well. I think it's discontinued, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't really want to. I like it, it's nice, but I just have too much, so. From Clinique, this is a nice hefty size of their Even Better foundation. I like it, and I'm gonna review it for you. This is from Joe, which is a Canadian makeup brand that I really, really like. It is their Sheer Tint, and I'm going to hold on to this. I'm gonna hold on to it because I plan on doing like a Canadian makeup video, and I would like to have this in it and kind of test it out a little bit more for you. From e.l.f., this is their Tinted Moisturizer, and it is as old as the hill, so it's gonna go. So here's the aftermath. This is everything that I'm keeping, and this is everything that is gonna be getting the boot. I think I did okay. I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 foundations. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I didn't think I was gonna do as good, but I'm honestly embarrassed with the amount of foundation that I have, so they gotta go. Whoa, okay, that was a lot of foundation. I was not expecting that at all. When you lay out your entire foundation collection, you'd be surprised to see how much you have. I'm pretty proud of myself for getting rid of what I did. I am a makeup hoarder and just hold on to things for like weird sentimental value, or I'm like, maybe I'll need it down the road. But no, it's just way too much, so I'm really glad that I got rid of, you know, 14 of those foundations. Let me know which series you'd like to see next, if you'd like to see like eyeshadows, lipsticks, lip glosses, powders, concealers, because it feels really good doing some decluttering. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!